Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel, The Cosmos Are Us. The pinecone and the third eye have been a powerful symbol for thousands and thousands of years. In today's video, let's explore its mysterious connection specifically to ancient cultures and religions and secret societies. So what is the connection? Well, firstly, it's been linked to ancient cultures and religions throughout human history, and most likely far before records ever began. In no other culture is the pineal gland so openly spoken of, taught about and revered than those of Hindus and Buddhists. In fact, in Hinduism, the pineal gland or third eye has always been a normal factor of day-to-day life. Many Hindus have a bindi between their brows on the forehead to keep the focus on the pineal gland or third eye throughout the course of their day. Pine cones and third eye symbolism can be found throughout Hindu temples, especially where the Hindu god Shiva is worshipped. The eye of Shiva is directly associated with the pineal gland or third eye. Within the ancient Hindu texts, such as the Upanishads and the Yoga Sutras of Patanjali, the pineal gland is referenced as the Ajna chakra. The ancient Hindus believed that by meditating on the third eye, they could activate and awaken the pineal gland, leading to heightened levels of consciousness and spiritual awareness. Ancient spiritual traditions, such as Kundalini yoga, which is a form of yoga that focuses on the energy centers or chakras in the body, stimulate the pineal gland. In a similar way, in Buddhism, the pinecone is a symbol of enlightenment, with the Buddha often depicted wearing a pinecone hat. And moving over to the ancient Greeks, they also recognised its importance. They believed that the pineal gland was the seat of the soul and associated it with a range of spiritual and mystical experiences. Greek philosophers such as Plato, Aristotle and Hippocrates made numerous references to the pineal gland and believed it to be the gateway to higher consciousness and divine knowledge. Plato argued that the pineal gland was the link between the physical and spiritual world and was the pathway through which the divine communicated with humans. He believed that the pineal gland was the physical manifestation of the inner eye, the eye of the soul that enabled individuals to see beyond the physical realm and access higher knowledge. The Native American Cherokee tribe believed that the mind and body were connected through a spiritual energy or force. Sounds familiar, right? Which they referred to as the breath of life. They also associated the pineal gland as the third eye, that was capable of perceiving spiritual forces and communicating with the spiritual world. And over to the Egyptians, they also believed that the pineal gland was the seat of the soul and the gateway between the physical and the spiritual worlds. The Egyptian god Horus was often depicted with an eye on his forehead, similar to the Hindu god Shiva. Horus was the god of the sky, and his pineal gland symbolized his ability to see beyond the physical world into the spiritual realm. The symbol of the pineal gland became so important to the Egyptians that it was even incorporated into their hieroglyphics. Clearly there's a theme here, right? What I find really fascinating about this is just like how ancient cultures and religions depict pine cones as a symbol of spirituality, we can say the same about Kundalini energy. So what is Kundalini? Kundalini means coiled in Sanskrit. Kundalini energy is described like a snake or a serpent that lies dormant within the base of the spine. When awoken, it uncoils whilst travelling its way up your spine to the top of your head. It can be awakened by meditation, and the more you meditate and practice, the more the Kundalini will rise to the pineal gland, or the third eye even. And how is it linked to ancient cultures? In the Sumerian culture, Kundalini is represented by two serpents entwined around the central axis, touching at 7 points. We can look at this in more detail in another video, but these 7 points seem coincidentally similar to the ancient Indian concept around the 7 chakras. The caduceus staff carried by Hermes in Greek mythology again has two serpents or snakes entwined around the central axis. Another remarkable representation of Kundalini energy is the staff of Osiris from ancient Egypt. The staff of Osiris appears to also depict Kundalini, with two snakes entwined around a central axis, but even more interesting is that they rise up to meet a pinecone. Even the Vatican in our modern day has the largest pinecone structure in the world. It all seems too coincidental. It's extraordinary how all of these major civilizations of the ancient world across various different times and hold such extreme similarities. What I also find fascinating is linking the theories around the pineal gland and Kundalini energy to secret societies. So what's a secret society? So a secret society is a group of people or an organisation that operates within the shadows and hidden from the public eye. And how is it linked? Well, clearly Kundalini and the pineal gland have played a significant role in human history. There are some who believe that Kundalini and secret societies are interconnected, and that the secret societies hold knowledge and practices pertaining to the awakening of Kundalini energy. Kundalini and secret societies have been closely intertwined for centuries. In the East, many of the teachings and practices associated with Kundalini were kept secret and passed down from master to disciple in esoteric groups or ashrams. In the West, secret societies like the Freemasons, the Knights Templar and the Rosicrucians have long been associated with occult practices aimed at revealing hidden knowledge and attaining spiritual transformation. These societies were often based on the teachings of ancient mystery schools and esoteric traditions, and their members were initiated into secret rites and rituals that were only disclosed to those deemed worthy. One of the most famous examples of the connection between Kundalini and secret societies is the Order of the Golden Dawn, a British occult society founded in the late 19th century and were known for their esoteric practices and their belief in the Kundalini as a powerful source of spiritual energy. Another group that has particularly taken up the pinecone as a symbol is the Illuminati, who are a mysterious organisation that has captured the imaginations of many. They also use the pinecone as a symbol in their artwork and was often used in initiation ceremonies and was seen as a way to help members achieve a state of transcendence. If our ancients knew so much about the pineal gland and Kundalini energy, what happened to the modern era? Well, interestingly, and this is just a theory, ancient Hindu texts describe 4 yogas, which is effectively a cycle of time, with each having a different impact to human civilizations. It is believed that ancient civilizations that lived throughout the Sat Yoga, which is a golden age, and ended around 40,000 years ago. Everyone lived in infinite consciousness, and it was a time of great spiritual enlightenment, harmony, and there was a significant connection to the divine. As civilizations moved through these different cycles of time, the divine knowledge across civilizations disappeared due to the spiritual degradation of humanity. Having said that, as we continue to navigate the challenges and opportunities of our time, it is clear that we are in a period of transition and transformation, and there are many who believe this is an opening for a great spiritual awakening. Is our spiritual connection now being rediscovered? That could be a video for another day. Anyway, the pinecone, the pineal gland and Kundalini energy will continue to inspire and fascinate people. And whether you believe in its spiritual significance or not, there's no denying of their symbolic importance across various cultures and traditions. Thank you very much everyone, I hope you've enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe and comment, and we will see you next time.